Hey guys, Trainer Travis here at MBS Fitness. Today I want to make a little video about how to do your first pull-up. We all got to start somewhere, and we don't usually start knocking out pull-ups right away. So I've created 10 different exercises to getting you to that goal. We'll start off with some a little bit more simple ones, some basic stuff, just to strengthen those muscles, so that way you can progressively get towards that goal of your first pull-up. So without further ado, here we go. Hey guys, all right, so we're on step number 1. We're gonna do a couple variations of the assisted pull-up. A couple ways you can do this. First, you do wanna find a pull-up bar. There's a lot of different ones that you can find. I'm gonna use this one here on the Smith machine. So I'm gonna get a little stepper here. I'm gonna set up my band here, just run it over and through. And from here, I'm going to step on, get my foot up here. And if you wanna come over here so you can see me, I'm going to take my foot right here in the band, hands on, and I'm going to come down. So I'm getting a little assistance from this band. This one's pretty heavy duty. I'm about 205 pounds. So there's a lot of these different kinds of bands you can find. This one works out pretty good. Serious Steel is this one. So stepping on, be careful that you don't let this thing slide off from your foot and come up and nail you in the face. So kind of a way to deal with that one. Take your other foot, place it over the foot in the band. So if it does slide, you can catch it right there. Just kind of point that foot down. So now I've got my assistance. I'm gonna pull up just like I'm trying to do a pull-up. Trying to get my chin above that bar, keeping the core strong, everything braced, and pulling up, little hold, and down. I wanna find a band that'll allow me to knock out about 10, 15 pull-ups. All right, so getting used to that motion, a little stretch, and pulling yourself up tall. When you're done, reach back carefully, let that band up, and there you go. Stage or step number 1 towards getting towards your first pull-up. Now let's try it. All right, guys, progression number 2. So over here, I'm gonna set, this is an assisted pull-up. We were using the band before, now I'm just gonna use a machine. Here, I'm 205 pounds, so that's a struggle to get that weight up. So I want to take a little weight off here. Maybe I'll take 90 pounds off, right? So I can shoot for my 12 reps. I'm going to set that. Come on over. Some of these machines, this one has one where you put your knees on it. Some of them you'll put your feet on it. But using this platform here is going to help me get my pull-ups with a little assistance. So here again, starting about shoulder width, get my leg on. Here we go, not as bad. So again, forearms perpendicular, get my chest up, bring my chest up to that bar, and down. Keep my wrist straight, up, and down. Shooting for that 12 reps. After I finish my 12, I can give myself a little less assistance and shoot for 10 reps. Or a kind of a scheme like that, a pyramid scheme for that style. And again, that's going to help you get to that ultimately, not using any assistance at all, pull up. Hey guys, all right, progression number 3 towards getting towards the pull-up. So here we go, lat pull downs. I want to set up my weight. There's lots of different kinds of stations. Sometimes there's 1 stack, sometimes there's 2. But you want to set it up to a weight that you can manage, where you can get that 12 to 15 reps, increase it a little bit more, maybe a couple less reps after that. So like a 12, 10, 8, 6 kind of a thing. So I'm gonna start off with a weight that's pretty challenging here after my warm-up, of course. Take about a shoulder width grip here, right? Get settled in, squeeze my core, and I'm gonna pull down. I wanna take it right to the top of my chest here. I'm looking to keep my forearms perpendicular to the ground, and I want to keep my wrists straight. As I bring down, I want to bring my chest up. So I'm really focusing on squeezing my lats and my back muscles here. And then back up, taking those shoulder blades out, now down, and squeeze. Up, and back down. Get a really good squeeze at the bottom. That's often like the hardest part of the pull-up, right? Is getting past that sticking point, getting to the top. So I really want to focus, spend a little extra second here, squeezing, and then back up, down, boom. Nice good form, strong core, down and up. Good quality form, shoot for that 12 to 15 reps. Get it a little heavier, couple less reps, about 4 sets. So there you go, that's the lat pull down. All right, progression number 4, the eccentric pull down here, or pull up, eccentric pull up. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna climb up. What I wanna do is start at the top of the movement here with assistance. So you can see my chin's already basically by the bar, my imaginary bar in this case. I can get, if you know, I'm pretty tall, so if you're a little short, then just jump, right? Carefully, jump to the top of the movement, slowly let yourself come all the way down. And then back up. I'm gonna jump again, and slowly as possible, let myself down. I'll climb back up. Here we go again, jump up, and down. Again, with that, just like with the lat pull downs, I want to keep my wrists straight, and I want to try and keep those forearms perpendicular to the ground again. And I want to get my chest up towards my bar here, in this case my imaginary bar. So I'm jumping up and slowly let myself down. Those are pretty tough, even if you can do pull-ups. So you're only looking to incorporate those every once in a while. And you're maybe not doing as high amount of reps, maybe just 8 or 10, whatever you can manage, but you're just focusing on hanging on as long as you possibly can and allowing that eccentric movement, right? And then you're helping yourself get to the top. And that's number 4. All right, guys, progression to the pull-up number 5, the Australian pull-up. So I'm gonna come to the Smith machine or find myself a bar that I can, you may want to be able to move it up and down. I'm gonna start here and come underneath, get my feet on something to make sure they're braced. They can be on the floor or braced against something like this bar down there. I'm gonna come underneath and I'm just gonna do a pull-up, bringing my chest to the bar, really pulling my shoulders back and bringing that chest up as close as I can, back down. And shooting for about 10, 15 reps. If that's too easy, you can always bring the bar down a little further. And there you go. It's a little bit more difficult, right? A little bit more in that progression towards the real deal here. This is still a great back workout. I'll do these all the time, but it's great for progressing to that pull-up as well. Boom, boom. And then you're done there. All right, guys, so this one's a little pull down with a little lean back thrown in. So you're working on your pull downs here with your cables, your handles, but you're also here, when I bring them down, I'm gonna hold them here towards my chest. So I'm gonna get a little bicep work in here, which you need for those pull-ups, and you need core as well, right? So we're gonna work on that. I'm gonna come back, lean it down, up, let my arms come out, pull down again, get those lats engaged, chest out, and hold, and come back. Out, down, back. Here, hold, back, and up. So right there you have another great variation of a pull down, a little bit different, great back workout exercise. Pull down, hold, lean back, and up. It's gonna give you the chance to kind of hit those muscles from a few different angles, working on core, nice big combo exercise. A lot of benefit with that one. So throw that one into your progressions there towards your pull-up, and it'll pay off. We are back at the Smith machine here. Number 7 in the progression, around 7. It can be a little bit more difficult depending on what you do. But in this case, I'm gonna do a single arm negative. So, just like before, I'm gonna pull myself up, right? For my little Australian pull-up here. But I'm gonna go to a single arm now and come back down. I'm gonna alternate. Up, down, up, down. The key here is making sure that your hips and your shoulders are staying squared with each other, so that way you're not drooping down, you're not losing that. So there's a lot of core involved. So here I am, come up and down for that negative. Alternatively, if you want even more of a challenge, go to single arm up and down. So here and back down. You can alternate if you want to. All right, so just another variation of the Australian pull-up towards getting you to your first pull-up. There you go. We will call this one number 8. It's pretty tough. We're working on the eccentric again. That's where we get a lot of bang for our buck. Our muscles get really torn up in eccentric movements, so we get a lot of growth from that. So here, I'm gonna pick the Smith machine here. I wanna set the bar to where my feet are on the ground, and so I can be at the top of my movement, just standing, right? Put my hands on the bar at the top of my movement, where I wanna look just like if I was doing a real pull-up or a regular pull-up. But from here, I'm gonna start to let my feet drop out from underneath me a little bit. So bringing my feet up, so now the weight increases. I'm coming down, really working on eccentric movement till I come down. Now I can use my legs to help me come back up, right? Again, down, and then legs to come back up. Obviously, you can use this like you would the assisted pull-up machine or with the band, and also work on the upward part too, the concentric part of the movement. I can push with my legs a little bit, give myself some assistance, come up and down, up, and then I'll switch my feet around just to keep things nice and even. Do another 6, push up, really focusing on that negative, and then coming back up. So there you go. All right, progression number 9. This is a tough one. It's a drop set. Great for packing on some muscle and kind of getting past those plateaus that we hit sometimes. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this assisted machine. I'm gonna start off pretty difficult to where I can maybe knock out about 6 reps before I get to failure. And then I'm gonna jump down, take it a little bit lighter, knock out another 6, a little bit lighter, another 6. So I'm always kind of shooting for that 6 reps. I'm trying to minimize the rest breaks that I take. So I'm gonna do a couple sets here just to kind of show you what I'm talking about. So I'll start off with minimal assistance, but that allows me to get to the 6 reps. So here we go. Down we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up 6. Got it? Step down. Now I'm gonna make it a little easier. So I'll add more weight here to counterbalance my weight. Come back up, try not to take a long break. Back on I go. And I'm gonna bang out another 6. Then I'll make it a little bit lighter, bang out another 6. So you're shooting for, 5 or 6 sets on this one. So that's quite a few reps, it adds up to a lot. But each time you get to that 6, you're gonna be pretty dang tired. So you just lower the weight a little bit, or increase the weight over here to make it easier, right? And then bang out that other 6, make it a little bit easier, bang out another 6 for about 5, 6 sets, shooting for rep range 6, 7, 8 reps, right around there. That'll really help you blast past those plateaus that are keeping you from getting that final little push or pull. All right, here we go. Bent over rows. This one here is going to build your core. It's going to build overall body strength, especially your back, and get you towards those pull-ups. So I want to take my feet underneath my hips here, get a nice base of support. Then I'm going to take my rear end back, keeping my upper body parallel to the ground, keeping my back nice and straight here. Weight through the feet. And from here, I'm going to pull that bar up, get about a shoulder width grip, a little outside shoulder width is okay. I'm going to pull right up towards the bottom of my chest here. And down, squeezing my core, keeping my core tight as I go. Driving those elbows up, down. And the more I can get parallel to the ground, the better. I know some of us aren't going to be able to go down quite that far, but you really want to try and get that back parallel to the ground. So here, nice strong legs, up. And squeezing those shoulder blades together. About 10, 12 reps. Keep the core strong, nice straight back, and that's going to help you blast out that pull-up.